Joe. He'll walk you through the concepts on the go. With any device you've got, see the show. Cowboy Joe. Cowboy Joe.
Howdy folks, Cowboy Joe here with a recapitulation of Section C 1.20 on the way science works. And your goal by the end of this video lecture would be to know some of the tools that scientists use to investigate nature, and know the steps of the scientific method which will help you in conducting an experiment. So first of all, when you conduct an experiment, you have to have a driving question. For example, which fertilizer is best for growing soybeans? And then you want to make a hypothesis. Do a little research and then make a hypothesis. What would your hypothesis be? For example, I think the moisture control, looking at the tables on all these different fertilizers, the moisture control is going to be the best fertilizer to grow soybeans. Then you want to test your hypothesis. And you're going to have variables. A variable is a factor that changes or can change in an experiment in order to test the hypothesis. So when you're doing an experiment, you only want to change one variable. So you want to keep most of the things the same. For example, the pot, the amount of dirt, the amount of water, the amount of sunlight, where you're growing the plants. Most of everything needs to be exactly the same. You only want to change one thing when you do an experiment. And in this experiment, we want to change the fertilizer, the type of fertilizer. Some of the tools that are used for making observations would be like a triple beam balance or a graduated cylinder to measure volume, a stopwatch for time, video camera for time, meter stick, computer probes. Those are different tools the scientists can use for helping collect data to prove or disprove a hypothesis. So looking at our experiment, which would we use? And yes, we can use the graduated cylinder. We want to put the same amount of each different type of fertilizer into the pot, into the dirt. Once you collect your data, for example, pot 1, the plant grew 18 centimeters, pot 2, the plant grew 15 centimeters, and so on and so forth, we can state conclusions, including whether our hypothesis was correct. We can conclude that fertilizer number 6 was the best fertilizer out of all of those different fertilizers because the plant height was the tallest. Remember, the results of every experiment can be used to revise the hypothesis or plan tests of a different variable. So no experiment is a failure. So the scientific method in review is a series of steps followed to solve problems, which include a problem or a question. State that question, and then collect information and state a hypothesis, and then collect some data to prove or disprove your hypothesis, and then state conclusions. And these are the steps that are needed to be followed in order to conduct an experiment. In summary, we reviewed tools that scientists use to investigate nature and reviewed the steps of the scientific method. And that's the way science works. Cowboy Joe out.
Cowboy Joe. Cowboy Joe.